And in June of 1966, about a week or so after graduation, we all went down to the recruiter's office. Went to the Marines first, and and they were going to take us the very next day. So everybody just got up, walked out of the office, and went over to the Navy recruiter, and we all started to leave in the fall of 1966. Now, what I meant by left is we went to boot camp in San Diego, California. And most all of us got out of boot camp or graduated from boot camp in right about the beginning of the new year in '67. Came home on leave for a short leave, and then everybody got a duty station. We were not in the same place. You know, the buddy system was just a hook to get you into the service, and that was it. And everybody got stationed in different places. The way that they explained it to us was, okay, you guys come on in as a group. They were talking about 4 or 5 at a time, and we'll send you all to boot camp together. And then upon graduation from boot camp, maybe depending on how well you guys test and the testing that they give you to determine what occupation you're gonna, you might be best qualify for. There's a possibility some of you could go to the same Class A schools or wind up going to some additional training as a group, but there's no guarantees. See, but we weren't paying attention to when they said there's no guarantees. When we went in there being 18-year-olds that are not real smart or deep thinkers and so forth, when they said yes, we'll take you in as a buddy system and we'll keep you together, that's all that mattered. So we went in blindly, and of course things changed. The readjustment, I guess looking back on it, was haphazard, I guess for the lack of a better term. You didn't want to think about all the stuff that you had seen and you had been involved in, that sort of stuff. It was haphazard because we don't think about it. I threw my uniform away when I got out. Didn't want to think about it anymore, didn't want to, I wanted to go back to school. I had already made up my mind with the time that I was in the service, I wanted to go back to college, but I had no earthly idea what to expect when I went back to college. I was a pretty good student in high school, but I never dreamt about going to college because of the situation we were in back then. I went to a segregated high school, and we were still very stigmatized by the whites in San Antonio. I still remember the separate water fountains, and then the colored balconies in the movie theaters and that sort of stuff. So that was that division there. So when you came back, you just wanted to, my family wasn't there. When I got to Los Angeles, I got a reception there, welcome back, glad you're okay, you're alive. And my mother kept all the letters I wrote her. In fact, I just found those the other day. Well, I threw the uniform away, not knowing in Los Angeles, and not knowing and just forgetting about it altogether and starting a whole new life and not looking back. My mom apparently took it out of the trash can or wherever it was and put it in a box. And when I expressed some regret about having to done that, she brings. It's hilarious too. She brings me a box and she goes, "Remember, you said when you did this?" He said, I thought you were gonna change your mind soon." But he said, "It took you a little while, but here it is right here." And sure enough, she had kept some of my uniforms. And I could not, when I pulled the uniform out and looked at it, I could not believe I was that small. I guess it was a sense of elation, I finally realized that, that the experience was, how should I say, educational. And asking myself the question, why it took so long to realize how important that was. I guess to understand what the responsibilities are to not only themselves, but also to their family and to their country.